What's up, goobers? Today I'm going to be telling you about the real ever-chosen Slambo. No, he doesn't have a last name, and no, he doesn't have a lot of lore, but if you think I'm not going to make up a bunch of whack-ass bullshit and call it lore-friendly, then you don't know who I am. Let's start off with what we know is canon, then go to what we know is super canon. Slambo is a Chaos champion who is known for being a glory-seeking murderer who likes to give people the, and I quote, big axe. And that's it for the canon lore. Now let's move on to my officially branded and totally Games Workshop approved super canon. Slambo was your average Norscan Chaos Marauder who he proved himself early on in battle by chopping the head off of an enemy tribe leader, then killing his own tribe leader and 15 other warriors because he thought it would be funny. The second series of kills were right after he was promoted to Chaos Warrior for his victory. So after getting control of his tribe of Norscans, Slambo took his boys south, directly into Kislev, somehow, and looted a village. But rather than going back north like a sensible raider, they just stayed there, until a Kislevite army arrived. And while Slambo was a beast, he wasn't as juiced as he would later become, so he and his army got fucked up. Slambo survived somehow and was back to his shenanigans almost immediately, making his way to another Norscan tribe and brutalizing their leader. After doing this, he took control of the tribe and made his way south again, doing the same hit thing he did last time, except this time, instead of staying still, he just ran farther south. Like a dumbass. Slambo and his tribe ran around killing Empire patrols and kicking puppies, as Lost Norscans usually tend to do. Slambo kept running south until he got so lost that he forgot that east isn't south and ran directly into the Badlands. You know, that place full of orcs. But fate smiled onto Slambo that day, fate probably looking a lot like Zinch, but hey, that's irrelevant. He encountered Grolsvik Moonclaw, who was in the middle of running away from another even more relevant war boss's force. Now, why was the mighty Grolsvik Moonclaw running from unnamed orc war boss number 72? Well, he stole his two shiny weird choppas, which were actually cursed chaos axes. So Slambo slammed into Grolsvik's forces with his tribe right behind him, and they had a real nasty fight, where Slambo decapitated Grolsvik and held up his head while using his free hand to cut apart other goodnight goblin fuckers. After the battle, Slambo picked up the two axes, dropping his lame and now broken normal axes. Now pimped out with two cursed axes, Slambo went on a bit of a tear, fighting his way back north and killing hundreds of Empire soldiers sent to stop him, and his now severely worn down tribe. Now back in the Chaos Wastes, Slambo started uniting tribes left and right, gathering himself a large force of Norscan marauders, Chaos warriors, and other goobers. While he was in the middle of making his large army, the end times started. Slambo saw this and decided it was time to activate his true power. So Slambo decided to go Super Saiyan 15 and then went the wrong way and got lost. So rather than joining up with Archaon's forces and fighting in the final battle for the end times, Slambo thought he was fighting in the final battle of the end times as he launched an invasion of Cathay. Slambo and his massive army managed to give a literal wall the slip and made it into the heartland of Cathay, where they fought the armies of the Jade King of Cathay and got kind of raped. The majority of Slambo's forces got slaughtered, and Slambo fought the Jade King of Cathay in a duel. Now, Slambo is multiple tiers below the Jade King in terms of power at this point, but Mamba didn't raise no bitch, and Slambo, despite missing an arm, one of his legs, and having about 100 wounds, raised his axe and brought it down into the Jade King's forehead, splitting the man's head open and killing him instantly. And then the world fucking exploded. Luckily for Slambo, the Chaos Gods thought he was a bit of a meme, and raised him up into an exalted hero of Chaos in Age of Sigmar for his efforts. In conclusion, Slambo is a real champion, and all of the stuff I just wrote is facts. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. See ya.